Welcome back. It's another insomnia evening of NieR Automata. In between, I just did a little bit of material grinding, and I also located something to give to this fellow.
Hey, I haven't seen you before. I'm here conducting research on the old world. If you find anything in the desert that looks like a relic, can you bring it to me? I'll find a way to reward you for the trouble.
Oh, this is just lovely. Let me pay you for it. Huh. So it's some kind of mask. Judging by the design, it was intended to be worn by a female. According to legend, the nation that used to be here was wiped out quite suddenly. Apparently, it had something to do with the passing of a beloved king. Perhaps this mask belonged to a princess or the like. If you can find any more relics, make sure to bring them to me. Aha!
You cannot pass. It is unforgivable. Unforgivable. Give us your money and your life.
This is funny.
Well, crap. What the hell were those guys?
Hostile machine life forms defeated. Analysis. Their garments were based on a subset of human culture.
Run that by me again?
Examples of said clothing can be found in motion pictures that humans created for entertainment purposes. More specifically, they were from a genre known as Westerns that chronicled warfare in a certain region of the planet.
Warfare is entertainment? Humans really were crazy.
This is a statue of a young woman. The words "on your wedding day" are carved into it. Perhaps this is a representation of the bride. This reminds me of something I've recently discovered in the course of my work. It appears that this area used to be known as Facade. As the name suggests, the resident of Facade all wore masks as well as unusual clothes. They also spoke a language unique to their people. Anyway, listen to me ramble. Thanks again for your help. Please take this, okay? Thick dictionary. I got a weapon. Hooray. Well, this calls for... Well, let's go beat up a couple things real quick. Huh, looks like I can easily, upgrade this one with not too much trouble. Come again. But while we're here, why not do another one of these? Yorha, Pearl Harbor Descent, Personal Record, Part 2. According to the Yorha team, there's an enemy server beneath Mount Kaala. If we can take it out, we might finally gain some ground in this endless war. But in order for that to happen, we need to work together. After a bit of thought, Rose decides to throw in with the new models. It's a relationship that changes as time goes on. What are you doing, Dahlia? Just showing this idiot how weak she is, replied a winded Dahlia. Ha, wheezes her opponent, number 16. You're obviously outmatched. The two of them are taking turns hitting each other. It seems friendly enough as those things go. Plus, they'd been doing it for so long now that both of them are out of energy. They likely couldn't punch through a piece of paper at this point. The rest of the group stares at the combatants and tries not to grin. Dahlia and number 16 seem to butt heads over the smallest little things. Maybe it's because they're so much alike. It's almost annoying how quickly muscleheads learn to like one another. The rest of us converse as Dahlia and 16 continue to spar. We call each other by names that I gave us, explains Rose. I see, responds number 4. I thought it strange that you didn't use code numbers. She nods while she speaks, as though this all makes perfect sense. Suddenly, Captain Rose breaks out into a wide grin. You know what, she says? I think we should give all of you names as well. No, says number 2, it would be a waste. Rose eyes her warily. Waste? You can name me when the mission is over, she replies as a blush rises in her cheeks. I could tell her words also served as a wish for success. Alright, responds Rose. I'll think of a name for you by then. She knows this is a fleeting promise, as most such things are, but it doesn't matter. Already I can see us growing closer to the Yorha team. Well, my friends are growing closer to them at least. You're all being careless, I state, much louder than I intend. Luckily, the others either don't hear or decide to ignore it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go against the captain's judgment, but that doesn't mean I'm ready to go just to lie down and trust our new quote-unquote friends. Ours is a solitary existence that has long since been abandoned by the moon. No matter how much they cried, mourned, or struggled, the voices of our departed comrades went unanswered. So how can you trust an entire squad of new models that you had just met? What's wrong, Anemone? I hear Lily calling to me. She is likely concerned about me being apart from the rest of the group. Nothing, I begin. Before I can complete my thought, Lily suddenly opens her mouth and emits a terrible scream. Ah! Lily's scream echoes throughout the entire camp. It's heartbreaking, it's agony, it's horrible. She's infected, screams Ro. Lily's infected. We all draw our weapons out of instinct as much as anything else, pointing them at our comrade as she continues to scream and scream and scream. We all know what's happening. We've seen it before. It's a logic virus, a machine weapon that hijacks android systems and overwrites their data. And since there's no known cure, it's also a death sentence. I need to show her mercy. I need to set her free. My finger rests on the trigger, yet I hesitate, and before I can make that final, fateful decision, I hear a voice rise up from somewhere behind me. Stop! You can't do this! You can't just let your friend die! It's number 21. The girl I'd thought to be cool and composed beyond all measure was now pleading with me to spare Lily's life. What do I do? What the hell do I do? Lily said you were like a family to her. You can't abandon family, not before you exhaust every possibility. What can you do then? I'll use my power to erase the virus. That's impossible. Rose spat out what we were all thinking, but before we can act, Lily starts to send nearby comrades flying with impossible strength. I've seen infected androids before. I know how much damage they can do once the virus turns off their limiters. They'll fight and fight until they're utterly destroyed. Dahlia and number 16 rush into the fray, trying to suppress their former friend, but she swats them away like flies. How many of us have been infected now? How many friends have I been forced to put down? The heart I'm not supposed to have aches with the thought. It aches as I remember all of the identification numbers that have been retired. When did I start giving them names? When did I decide I simply couldn't endure it any longer? Initiating reprogramming sequence. That voice, number 21, she's screaming something about reprogramming. I don't know what to do. I am lost. As my vision slowly clears, I see number 21 inputting commands into her terminal while number 2 and number 4 hold her down. They hold her as she rides, and Rose stares at me with surprise. Oh no, I'm holding Lily too. Oh. Well, let's go through part 3 then. "14th Machine War, Pearl Harbor Descent." Okay, this is ours, isn't it? The name of the mission entrusted to the Yorha soldiers. Was there ever such furious gunfire, such bombings that continued without pause? Our target is the machine under Mount Ka'ala, and our situation is dire. We need reinforcement, requesting deployment at once. Number 2 speaks quickly yet calmly, which is all the more remarkable considering the hostile army closing in on our position. But the command center in the orbiting satellite informs us no reinforcements will be forthcoming. We are abandoned. We are alone. It's so easy to do from up there, from the satellite, from the moon. "I'll do whatever is necessary," says Lily with a grim smile. Dahlia and Margaret quickly nod in agreement, as does number 16. They decided to join the rear guard, staying behind to be our shield, even though it comes at the cost of their own lives. Regardless, they all agreed without hesitation, for we in the vanguard would be joining them in a death soon enough. Without another word, we turn our backs on each other and take up positions. We know this is the end. Dahlia and the others will buy us time to reach the gate at Ka'ala's peak. Beyond that lies an elevator, and beyond that is the server. If we can destroy it, we'll deal a devastating blow to machine lifeforms throughout the Pacific region. But as I notice number 21 scowling at the elevator, I start to have a bad feeling about the final stage of our mission. "Go on," she says. "I've got this." We crowd into the elevator as she begins hacking the terminal. She doesn't need to tell us what's happening. It's clear that the elevator won't descend all the way to the server unless someone stays behind to control it. Enemies incoming. They're almost on us. As I speak, I suddenly find myself leaping from the elevator and taking up a position at number 21's side, almost as if my body is out of my control. Something is wrong. Something... "I'll back up number 21, I cry. "The rest of you take out that server." And the doors close on my friends. The last thing I see is the face of my captain, Rose. She looks concerned, but then the doors shut and she is no more. That was the last time I ever saw them. But it's alright, I'm going to finish this one way or the other. The only sounds we hear are the distant explosions and the rasp of number 21's breathing. "Thank you," she whispers, "for staying with me." I look at her eyes and see the telltale red of a logic virus infection. I was right after all. I sigh softly as I draw my weapon. I've seen comrades infected before. That's why I couldn't leave her to die alone. The vaccine she gave Lily is already ineffective. The enemy has evolved. They study number 21's patterns and developed a new resistance. No one can save her now. "When the elevator reaches the server," begins number 21 weakly. "Then I'll give you peace," I reply. The elevator moves ever lower, creating a countdown on number 21's life. How much time has passed? How much can possibly be left? Too long to wait, yet not long enough for regret. A massive explosion echoes in the distance as the hall slowly shakes. It's the final act of Lily and the others in the rear guard. They just overloaded their own fusion reactors. The sound of our comrades' demise slowly fades from our ears. As it does, number 21 reaches up and slowly removes her goggles. "I'm glad I got to meet you," she says. Her eyes are so red, but not completely. There's still a little of herself left. And while it is, Don't worry, I say. I'll be with you soon. She smiles as my word reaches her ears. As soon as the elevator touches down, I fire a bullet into number 21's brain. I watch the thing that used to be her tumble to the ground. I stare at the gun I hold in trembling hands. I press it to my temple. This will end it all. The war, my meaningless existence, all of it. It will finally be over. Unforgivable, 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 unforgivable. Your comrades sacrifice themselves and fight to the last breath. They feel suffering, they feel sadness, they feel pain and terror. And yet you would surrender now, unforgivable. The voice is a battlefield curse, telling those who survive to see their mission through, no matter what. It is another me crying out. I scream at the top of my lungs and race down the hall. I'll show you. If you're going to push me, I'll show you. You'll only be satisfied if it ends with more killing. I leap into the fray with weapons in both hands. Here I am. Here I am. Kill me. As I scream, an explosion suddenly rises up and sweeps everything away. A soft wind touches my cheek. I smell fire. I smell ash. The explosion in the server room was powerful enough to take out Mount Ka'ala itself, reducing the once proud summit to a smoking crater. The machines immediately drop to the ground and stop moving. I look out over the scorched earth. Lily, number 16, Rose, number 2, are any of you? I am the only one left. The only one. I was alive because I had been afraid to die. I begin to giggle. It's a mad thing, crazed even to my own ears. I'll join you soon. You promised to join her soon. How could I have said such vain, laughable words, such lies? I laugh, I stand in the smoke and the flame and laugh until I think my very throat will tear itself into two. I blink. Daylight drifts through the smoke. I've been standing here all night. My laughter finally depleted, I force myself to my feet. I'm the coward who stayed behind, the coward who lived. Now it's my job to carry on the will of those who fought at my side. Since I can't kill myself, I have to fight until someone does it for me. I'll endure every hardship. I'll kill every machine I find. This is my cross to bear. I walk slowly into the west, dragging my broken body along. Number 16, number 21, number 4. Sorry I'm still alive. But I'll be joining you as soon as I finish some things up. And that is it. I'm so glad you make it to bed safely. Alright. Those sections are now complete. I want to do, oh yes, Royal Chamber, because I want to upgrade the weapons. And then I'll go to Pascal's village. Yes, I do have weapons for you to sharpen. Machine axe. Spear of the Usurper is done. Need meteorite. Pristine screws. More sturdy sockets. Clean nut and a meteorite. More pristine screws. Okay. Clean nut and a meteorite. Okay. Meteorite. Okay. Will do, sir. Object pushing action. Why not? We'll just go to the village. Whee!
Don't let them take anything else from us. Leave our kingdom.
There's usually 2 giant guards there. Why are there bodies here again? I really respect Pascal, you know? I mean, he's the one who thought to build this village for us outcasts. I really need to show him how thankful I am. If only there was some way to thank him. Some way. Stick around and hear him out or leave before you get dragged into something. Let's stick around and hear him out. Yeah, I can take the hint. No hint, I just want to show Pascal how appreciated he is. Anyway, I was thinking he might like a new philosophy book. I hear they have such things over in the resistance camp. Agree to get the book or tell the machine to get Ben. I'm gonna agree to get the book. Alright, I'll get your book. I owe that little clunker a favor or two anyway. Oh, that's wonderful. Apparently someone named Anemone has a large collection of such books, so if you just need to go steal one. Yeah, no, I think there's a better way. Yo, Anemone, I need some crap. Oh yeah, you know what? We didn't read weapon stories. Faith. In the capital of a distant eastern land, there lived a poet who was devoted to his art. Oh yes, it's this guy. But his words failed to touch the hearts of the people, and he could make no profit from them. Soon his life became unbearably hard. Seeing the limits of his talent, the poet chose to abandon the pen and work the land instead. Soon his lily-white skin began to grow dark, and his once frail body became sinewy and tough. He eventually married a kind woman, and several years later they had a child. As the peaceful, uneventful days went on, the man began to feel that there could be no greater happiness in life. Or so the poet wrote before he put down his pen, swallowed the paper whole, and prayed that the next life might turn out so well. He then took faith, already stained with the blood of another, and plunged it deep into his chest. Oh, so this is the final poet that asshole wrote in the, Cute. Okay. Spear of the Usurper. In a distant kingdom there lived two princes. The son of the queen consort was clever of mind, but weak of flesh. The son of the king's second wife was dim-witted, yet charming, and quite gifted in the art of war. Which prince would succeed the throne? When news came down that the king had died in battle, the two men each declared themselves the next true king, rallying the people to take the side of one or the other. In the midst of this coronation battle, a third man appeared, claiming to be a prince. Bright, capable, and brave, he dispatched the two foolish brothers and went on to become a wise and just king beloved by all. Decades later, the king announced on his deathbed that he wasn't royalty at all, but in fact was the son of a commoner. Upon hearing this revelation, the people stormed the castle and hung their beloved ruler from the rafters. Oh, it's again another sad, twisted thing, but it's kind of funny in a weird way. I'll give him that. Wow, I take up the sword of battle for you. My heart knows not fear, instead burning with a love strong and pure. I swing my sword for you, spattering blood across my sleeve. I smile as the chaos continues. I brandish my sword for you, victims unaccountable, victims beyond measure. Their dying wails become the song of my sleep. I cry out, give me your head. I capture you as you flee and take it. I do this for you, for you, for you. Who are you? I think I also finished oh right I found a famous, let's see, the more old records I read, the more fascinated I become by the species known as humans. We machines must do all we can to preserve these precious artifacts and continue to record their contents. I see from these records how important predation and reproduction were to human survival, and yet they viewed such acts as sinful. I wonder why. I found a famous human book today, but after reading it 10 times, it still makes no sense to me. What possible attraction could there be to such a thing? Eureka! It seems the answer was in front of me all along. I am simply incapable of comprehending anything about humanity or the world in general. Ah, how wonderful it is to live in a world swaddled in mystery. Let's see. Let's see. We did that. The sword's blade, dulled by years of idleness, was, as its name implied, a mere iron hunk. Its blood-drenched youth was little more than a series of rusted memories, which grated against its pockmarked steel. Who could wield this hunk of iron now that its edge was gone? Who might love it when all it could do was bash dully against a foe instead of cutting through flesh and bone? Who would devote themselves to such insanity? The sword sighed softly, pleased to finally be at rest, but before it could peacefully crumble into dust, a group of power-hungry fools took it up and denied its reverie anew. Red rust was the weapon's tears. The blood, fat, and muscle it tore through was proof of its curse. Now let it hew bone once more. Let it ravage flesh. Let it do all this and more as atonement for its sins. Beast Lord. Let's see. Once upon a time, there were 3 princesses. The eldest princess was thought by all to be the most brilliant woman in the kingdom, and she soon sat upon the throne of her homeland as their queen. The new queen raised a mighty army. To afford the endeavor, she taxed her people, and in turn they were given jobs in new factories created to support the war effort. People worked, money flowed. As the army grew strong, the demand for factories grew with it. And then the cycle repeated. More work, more money, more work, more money. The queen's plan proceeded just as she had envisioned it. To further strengthen the kingdom, we were converted to machines to enhance our output in factories and the military. Our queen in turn became the control system that rules us to this day. So, there we go. Interesting. So this was the queen of the king that raised all those armies too. I think I did this one. Just making sure I've done it all. Yeah, okay. I don't think we figured out the last one, right? We haven't finished out Beast Cursed, that's right. Okay. I did a little bit of fishing. I found a broken firearm, a portable anti-machine rocket launcher. This device was created to combat machine lifeforms, and even has considerable effects on Goliath-class units. Machine lifeforms often refer to it as that owie thing. Cute. Arapaima machine, a machine lifeform resembling an arapaima. Due to its enormous size, it has no natural enemies and thus resides safely at the top of the aquatic food chain. As such, it can usually be found lazily drifting near the surface, bored out of its skull. Yeah, well, that happens. Yay! Progress. I needed to do what again? I completely lost track of what I was up to doing. Not that. Oh, you're right, I have to get the book. This will be handy to get me to go away from the village when something awful happens and everybody gets wiped out, because I had to go get this book. And that's why it was a type of quest that you can't have possibly had all the materials ahead of time for. I'm guessing. I'm just gonna assume from a design standpoint this is why they're doing this type of quest. Also just because I have to assume sadness. Pascal wants books on philosophy? Well, as it happens, I just finished this one the other day. You're welcome to take it if you'd like. Thanks. Could you give him this gold ore as well? He's been asking for this for a while, and I finally managed to get my hands on some. Alright. Pensays. It seems odd that a machine lifeform would be into philosophy, don't you think? It makes me wonder how much we really know about our enemy. I wonder... Well, as it turns out... Oh. Yeah, I'm right, aren't I?
Where the state ceaseth, there only commenceth the man who is not superfluous. I see. It seems this Nietzsche was quite the profound thinker. Or perhaps he skipped right past profound and went straight to crazy instead. Oh well, enough of that. I'd best go see the world for myself instead of burying my head in books.
I'm playing as...
Uncle Pascal! Uncle Pascal! Play with us! memorize that botanical field guide, remember? That's when we're done, right? Of course I will. You have my word. And Uncle Pascal would never lie and break his word. Because children who lie grow up to be mean, evil machines. What's that?
C'est un abri que pleure Coralie. Quand drame sera dit, quand la s'ouvre la
Okay, so this is gonna be why.
Right. Now I just have to bring this to Pascal.
A2, can you hear me?
Oh, perfect.
Help, A2.
I have the materials
The
you
village
asked
is
me
in
to...
great trouble. The villagers are...
Pascal! Pascal, are you there? What the hell is going on?
Hypothesis. The valuable source of information known as Pascal has encountered difficulty. Proposal. Unit A2 should investigate Pascal's village immediately.
I'm on my way.
I was waiting for this sadness to happen. Okay, so now we know that this stuff takes place before parts of 9S's story did. Rather than after. Okay. So I was silly and played things out of order. I was supposed to be playing A2 and then switch to 9S, I'm sure. Uh-oh, fire.
What the hell? The machines are eating each other? Pod, where's Pascal?
Unknown. Cannot establish connection.
A2,
What happened?
I don't know. Some of the villagers suddenly went mad. They began attacking their friends. I managed to help the children flee to safety, but I fear everyone else is.
You need to get out of here before you're next. Just go. Run. I'll figure out how to handle this.
But what about you?
These guys can't touch me. Now move your ass!
Right.
Oh, good. So this is why the bodies are here. Oh no, okay. Little sister died. Oh, the big one's dead. Perfect. So this is the same thing that happened at the theme park. Dang it. Yeah. Oh no. He's dead. The clever Columba bot is dead. And now he's exploded. Exploded. Oh, I know what to do now. Let's go up the slide. Excuse me. Oh, there was someone inside I had to kill, I guess. Where am I supposed to go?
I can't leave this village to fend
Where
for itself.
is...
Is that all of them? Pod, scan for survivors.
Scanning. No life signs detected.
None, huh? Pascal, can you hear me?
Hey, too. How is my village? My people?
I'm sorry. I couldn't help them.
Oh no.
Are the children all right?
I've taken them to the abandoned factory.
All right. I'm on my way.
Is this guy gone? Yep, he's dead now. But his tower still exists. They had me play as Pascal for an extremely short amount of time. Not even enough to lull me into a false sense of security. Well, let's save our progress. Ah. Let's see, checking chat. No, this is my first time playing this game. I mean, as in ending-wise. I'm just trying to predict what I think is about to happen story-wise as I go through. I just am good at predicting how you can use certain quests to set up situations in which you want something bad to happen. I mean, it's also just a trope of, like, if you've played JRPGs throughout your entire life, like, you learn a sense of, like, when they're setting you up for, like, okay, this place is going to be, like, destroyed. Like, I better get all these quests here done or whatever, because like shit's about to go down. So like, I've played NieR before this, the other NieR, so I have some sense of like, okay, oh okay.
Pascal, are you okay?
Me too.
So what exactly happened?
I don't know. Some of the villagers just started to feed on each other. If you hadn't come along, I'm sure we would have met the same grim fate. Thank you.
Are you okay? Aww. What does dying mean? Oh man, there's a lot of people to talk to. Are you okay? Mommy. Why did this happen? We were just living our lives. It's all over. Oh no, they sound like people from the Eyrie now. Oh, not you. Okay, we're just gonna get lots of repeats of those. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, these poor kids. I want to go home. White flag, no desire to fight. Oh, I can't see Mommy anymore. Where did everybody go? I want to go home. Oh, there's one that looks like they're not. Their bodies won't get better? Oh. It's alright, you're safe with us. Ah, okay. It's alright now. So the older children bots are trying to help. We didn't do anything bad. Is everyone dead? I'm so tired. Where's my mommy? That shit used to always crush my heart as a kid, that type of stuff. I mean, it still does, but... that trope in movies. Is this factory safe?
So is this factory safe?
It was once occupied by a cadre of fellow machines that work. However, 2B took care of that threat. It is quite safe now. We've been using it for storage for some time.
All right.
Can't you regenerate your dead villagers? Well, I mean...
Query. We understand that machine life forms can regenerate as long as they possess the required materials. Is this accurate?
Unfortunately, we cannot regenerate our cores. Cores contain the data which forms our self-consciousness. If one is destroyed, there is no way to restore it. We usually store our cores in safe places, but this time, the villagers had their cores destroyed as well as their bodies.
I see.
Well, I think it corrupts their core, is what happened. Kind of like the logic virus, but for the robots. For the machine life forms.
Still, if we're gonna hole up here, I wish we had more info to work with.
Proposal. Unit A2 should secure the safety of Pascal and the children immediately.
What's the hurry?
Haste is predicated on data obtained from the recently restored cross-regional pods network.
Wait, there's more of you?
Affirmative. Cross-regional data reveals a large number of machine life forms amassing around these ruins.
What? Pascal!
A2!
No!
Enemy reinforcements are infiltrating the facility.
Stop!
I'll smash them before they can reach this room.
You must let me help you! I will smash them up and kill them!
Why are they all... Ugh.
Why are they coming after us? Why?
We can sort it out later. Right now we have to take them down. These bastards won't stop.
A2, I have an idea. Please buy me a bit of time.
Goliaths too?
These people really want these kids to die. Also, the auto-targeting causing me to target a kid was annoying. Okay, this will be... Oh no. A2.
They're still coming?
Why?
Fear not, A2. I can handle this.
Ah, he connected to Ben Engels.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I must protect the children. Oh god, now they have their own... Oh my god.
Oh, we finally get to see what the little legs look like. That's kind of cool. Little puffy pants legs. It's like the machine equivalent of like the white chlorination syndrome was for people way back in the first NieR thing.
Are you alright, A2?
Seat
Yeah.
readjusted.
Thanks for the assist.
I fear for the children. Let us hurry to them.
This is not going to end well. This is going to be really bad. This is not good. I mean, they're making us walk as this character to this, which is supposed to build up the tension of, oh man, I want to get there in time, and nope, yeah.
No, how can this?
Their own cores? They killed themselves.
How? How could this happen?
Why would they do such a thing?
I taught them everything. All my thoughts and emotions. I thought it would serve them well in the future. But instead,
How would teaching them lead to something like this?
fear.
I don't understand.
I taught the children what fear is. I felt they had to know so they wouldn't rush heedlessly into danger. But instead,
Fear destroyed them. It caused them to take their own lives.
if I knew this could happen, I never would have.
No, because then if you didn't, then it would have been something else again, because they would have rushed into battle and...
A2, I need your aid. I cannot live with this heartbreak inside me. I need you. I need you to delete my memories. And if not, then I need you to kill me.
I don't want to do either.
Initiating hacking to cut off memory circuits.
I cannot live with this heartbreak inside me.
Why? You have to be able to move forward, Pascal, no.
Initiating hacking to cut off memory circuits.
Pod. Pascal's memories.
Understood. Initiating memory deletion procedure.
Anyway, my name is Pascal. I'm the leader of this village. You promised to read and memorize that botanical field guide, remember? That's when we're done, right? Of course I will. You have my word. And Uncle Pascal would never lie and break his word. Thank you, A2. Thank you.
Memory deletion complete. Reset timer activated.
Pascal.
I noticed noticed something while providing support to A2. Enemy machine lifeforms have begun sharing data with each other.
We'd better look into that.
I'll share the data with you, so see what you can find out.
Affirmative. I also have a separate report about 9S.
What is it?
Oh no.
I'll share the data. His psychological state has deteriorated to a grave level.
We'd better handle that quickly too.
Agreed.
But how?
Not sure what we should do, however.
Yes, thank you.
Agreed. Proposal. Rest, combined with data checking and maintenance.
Agreed. I will make the suggestion immediately.
Oh no, but he's gonna ignore it. Oh well. Poor Pascal, poor everything.
Pod. Where's the next resource recovery unit?
Alert. NFCS failure. Speculation. Failure caused by intense combat and lack of maintenance.
Near field controls are down? Great.
Proposal. Overhaul system at resistance camp.
I don't have that kind of time.
Alert. Entering battle without a functioning sword constitutes an unacceptable risk. Unit 9S should have Debola initiate repairs at the resistance camp.
Shit.
I'm gonna guess, is transport available?
Oh dear. What happened to you?
Wounded in battle. NFCS not functioning.
I'm amazed you were even able to drag yourself here. This is gonna take a bit, so just hang tight. This is terrible. Your motor cortex is full of holes. I can't believe you even managed to walk here. All right, you're all good.
Can I talk to them again?
Nines, I need you to promise me something. Don't die alone. I don't think 2B would want that either.
I know.
Do we get to... Okay, that's the same.
Pod. Mark the next resource recovery unit on the map.
Affirmative.
Oh Oh wow, I completely missed another weapon. God, I'm stupid. Well, looks like I need another meteorite. For a weapon type I don't even use. Okay, they're all back into their normal spots then. Let's see. Where were the places that I saw? Factory. I remember seeing a box there. Ooh. There goes the kitty. Let's see. I heard this game has tons of endings. I don't know how many I'll get. Okay. Dang. I think I missed out on one of the weapon quests or something like that because I just didn't get the email from the operator while I was playing as A2. So that might be something that will disqualify me from an ending. Where else were the... I have any new data to give that other... You know, I might actually head back to the resistance camp and finish up for the evening, maybe. Check a couple things real quick. Okay. I need elaborate gadget and filler metal. Got it. Okay. Alright, I think with that, I'll put an end for it this evening since I started quite a bit late. So, thank you for hanging out and sleep well when you do, and good luck as always.